Hey everyone, it's Marilyn. Welcome back to my channel, and it's 1 week away from season 2 of The Secrets of Kings starting, and I'm so excited. I have the first couple chapters written and proofed, and I'm going to be recording them in the next few days actually, and starting to edit so I can start getting those up for you for our next 12 weeks of installments. I really want to thank you all for coming along on this journey with me. It's been sort of crazy trying to put together a book on my own, and being that it's published in installments rather than all at one time. It's been sort of a learning experience for me. So thank you so much for all of the support thus far, and I hope that you'll continue to support this channel, and that's really why I am making this video. I'm going to be starting a Patreon page. Patreon is a platform in which you can support me as an artist. You can donate anything from $1 on up each month, and I will have perks for you guys based on the amounts that you're giving. Patreon has a sort of Facebook-esque kind of function on it, where it has a feed where those who are your patrons can go to look at additional features and things that you might list on your Patreon page only. So starting at $1, you're going to have access to my Patreon page, and this is going to be a place where I'm going to put some additional fun content. It might be sort of behind the scenes looks at characters. It might be a fun Q&A just for my Patreons. It might be additional sort of Instagram type pictures and things of my process or things like that, but they'll be exclusively shared on my Patreon page, or at the very least you'll get it first, and it might be something that I share a week or two later on my other social media pages. It's a place where you can pick the amount of access that you might want to have to the work that I'm doing. There are some other projects that I've been working on having to do with my love of film and filmmaking and things like that, and I'll probably share behind the scenes looks and things like that over on Patreon for those things as well. So I'm going to recommend to you that if you like The Secrets of Kings and you would like more content like this, and to see some more of the cool things that I've been working towards making for all of you, that you check out my Patreon page. When you support me over on Patreon, it means that you're supporting me as an independent artist. It means that you are giving me the freedom to work on this as though it is a job. When you give to an artist on Patreon, you're really allowing them the freedom and the capacity to be able to continue to create the things that you love them creating. And so this is something that I would love for you to support for me, and if there are other artists on Patreon that you also love, support them too, because this is a way for us to continue to bring you the great content that you've been enjoying. And it also allows us the freedom of our time that we don't have to spend at additional second jobs or things like that, which can get in the way of our creative process. The reality is that art is subjective, and so some of you may love the things that I'm doing and some of you may not, and that's okay. But if you are someone who enjoys what I do, supporting me through Patreon is something that I will always remember and always be appreciative about, because like I say, it grants me that kind of freedom as an artist to put more time into my art, which can be a really difficult thing to do when you are working full-time, going to school, running a small business, you know, and a whole host of other things. So there are definitely going to be additional perks for those of you who choose to support me on Patreon. So I will be sure to leave a link down below to my Patreon page, where you can take the time to look through the different levels of patronage, and you can choose one that works for you or not at all. I totally get it. My stuff is still going to be on YouTube if it's something that you can't afford right now, or that you're just kind of meh and you don't want to give me your money. That's cool. I totally understand that. But for those of you who can and want to support my art, please know that I appreciate you and that I am really excited to share with you some of the things that will be going on Patreon. So thank you so much again, and let me just say that you should continue to support art and artists, even if I'm not your flavor of artist. Check out Patreon. There are so many people on there who are doing some incredible things that might be your taste. So yeah, check out my Patreon page, check out other people's Patreon pages, and support the art and artists that you love. I'll see you next week with the first episode of the second season of The Secrets of Kings on YouTube.